So I spend a lot of time going down on her. And we were both wondering what kind of effect eating pussy could have on my gut microbiome.
Fascinating
same
idea.
goes for eating scrum, but she won't let me do that unless you say it's okay. And we always follow proto. Would love to get your thoughts. Piss on me, beat me, and don't be stingy, Drew. Thanks, Gene. Bye.
Congratulations.
Don't be stingy, Drew.
Okay, I won't be.
Hi, I'm Dr. Drew, and this is Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Dr. After Dark. Here we are in our new table, new digs. Don't forget that phone number for the voice messages is 818-253-1693. Love the voice messages. And the emails at Dr. Drew After Dark, DRDREW After Dark at gmail.com. I'm going to get some of those today. We're going to get some VMs, some voice messages. But first up, the great Tom Segura is here with me. And so, yes. Applause from the back room. Applause.
Thank you. They know what to do.
They do. They know.
They fucking better clap.
They understand. Believe me. I've seen them around you.
Yeah.
Again, I want to thank you. I think I've said this to Christina. We were talking before the mics heated up, how grateful I am to be able to do this show with you guys.
Oh, it's so fun, man.
It's been the greatest thing. And I'm just thinking back to the original ideas. Like, what is it I'm going to do? What? I'm thinking back to the first time I went into your house, into that little back, was it a garage or a pool house?
Yeah, it was a converted. Yeah.
And I'm like, what's going to happen?
I know.
You're like,
Man, I have some shit planned for you.
Yeah, I know.
And it's pretty bad. It's stuff that, like, I feel like I look at you now as a real challenge. And the idea is like, I'm trying to break your spirit. You know what I mean?
I understand. Christina has made it clear to me that's her thing too.
Yeah.
So it's 2-on-1. So we're talking about your mom's house live.
Yeah, which will
have happened.
Which will have happened.
So you can all can they.
No. This is actually coming out this Friday, so it's coming out a couple hours before.
Oh, great! This is perfect. This is perfect.
So it is perfect. So everybody, go right now.
Yeah. If you're watching this right now, head on over to ymhvirtual.com.
Yes.
It is an epic episode 2 of our live show because we have Dr. Drew, we have Joey Diaz, we have Robert Paul Champagne.
Is Joey coming in?
No, he's zooming in from Jersey.
Because I've never met Joey.
Oh yeah, no, but
I've really always wanted to interview him. He's so interesting.
You're gonna have to. That will have to be something that happens too. But
okay, good.
He's moved to Jersey, but we're doing something live with him.
Great.
We have the craziest clips we've ever pulled. We have original sketches and original content, of which you are a part of.
I have a special for you guys. I've been working hard trying to gross you out.
Oh, good.
So I'm going to use one of the staff here to be my subject.
I love that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be grossed out. But there's
nobody
a lot of
grosser
stuff.
than Josh Potter, so it's
he's
perfect.
a disgusting person.
He's a perfect person for me to
He's
aim at.
really, really gross.
Well, now you're going to understand a little more about why that is so.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting.
That's exciting.
But I am not sleeping.
Yeah.
In preparation for this because it's scaring me.
Well, you're going to be hospitalized after this. I hope there's a 5150 called, and they're like, "What happened?" You're like, "Oh, your mom's house live."
Give me that Ativan, quick.
Yes.
You help me understand. I'm probably going to have to ask you these same things tonight on the show, but as you prepare for this kind of a program, where do you go? Where do you go to the dark web?
I mean, it's a combination of things. It's always like, you always look at the emails that come in, which come in now by the thousands for this.
And by the way, I know you've been working on this literally for weeks.
Yes.
Literally. I mean, every time I talk to the back room, they're like, "Oh yeah, Tom's nauseated today. He can't stand it. He can't look at any more videos."
Dude.
I thought, oh my God.
It's because what happened was the first one people flip for, so it makes you go, I want to up everything.
Well,
the value, the production. So, and then also like, people, told me that they threw up when they watched it live.
You were just like, oh my God.
I was like, thank you. I was like, man, I got to get more people sick. And then I really, really want you to be like, I can't do this.
Well, I please keep a bucket handy, okay? Because I will be.
By the way, I've needed it.
I know,
too.
I've seen it.
So,
I'm thinking. I may not eat for a while before.
That's probably smart.
Yeah.
There was a whole bunch of people that were like, I made a mistake. They ordered food to watch it. And they were like, oh man. But I would say don't do that.
Well, at least we got to come up with some recommended food.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you
that's-
could give. You're a doctor, so what?
Yeah, I'm thinking starchy. Keep
And by
it
the
easy on
way,
your stomach.
just for people if they're watching it at this moment, so they know, we have decided instead of just laying that horror out throughout the show, we're going to segment it more. We're gonna
come back and talk about it.
come back to it, but also like the worst stuff that I show you is going to be in one segment later in the show, so you can eat at the beginning of the show.
Oh, so you have something to vomit later?
Yeah. 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 Eat a lot in the first hour.
There's what do they call it? Boiling the frog, or really more. I'm feeling more like I'm a cult member now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's proud of
Yeah.
that? Yeah, I figured. And so it's more that I no longer experience the same kind of guilt and remorse that I used to. Though I'm sure I will this evening. I'm sure I will. It will come back.
It's gonna affect.
But
you
I feel just hilarity at this point,
Yeah.
which scares me a lot.
Yeah.
Because that's a disturbing place to be. It's like my moral compass has been.
Yeah, I have that effect on people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna.
So thank you. And by the way, the
you're
other
gonna witness real homicides. You're gonna see dismemberments. Really, really beyond sexually things you can get in prison for. But it's all for you. Really excited to show you.
So
stuff.
I'm like going to bring some Xanax or something.
I would.
Yeah, maybe for all y'all. Yeah.
Not a bad idea. I'm getting a ride home. I'll tell you that. I'm not driving after this.
Pill out in front of everybody. One will be a cyanide pill. The other will be Xanax.
Yeah.
Your choice.
I love it.
Oh my God. But the other thing I want to thank you for, in addition to including me in your mom's house world, is killing my soul with 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're now. The funny thing is, now I'm behind. I was like,
I'm
really,
up on every. I've gone back. This is what I'm ashamed of and embarrassed for now. This is ridiculous. My life. First of all, COVID took my life. Mm-hmm. The only outlet I had was this and our Rational Revolution. Christine and I we're gonna have a revolution. Mm-hmm. So that's given me some hope and some outlets. But I find myself all week looking forward to Sunday and Monday night because of 90 Day Fiancé. That's all I look forward to. Mm-hmm. That is sick.
Yeah,
that is very sick. And
is there like a new season airing right now?
Yeah, but it's ending like next week.
Okay.
And then they go to one of those reunions,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm. TLC, why didn't you hire me for that? Why don't I get to, or let me sit down with them separately and we'll do a little. I got some questions for Colt. I got some questions for David.
So I did start this season, and I saw that Colt was with a new Brazilian, and I also saw that the ex, Larissa, man, she had made, like, from the last time I saw her, such a transformation, literally, physically.
Well, let's just say that transformation continues.
Okay.
There's a whole storyline on that. And I think we had to do? Would be awesome is to get like a couple of segment producers or, line producers from this show, story producers, and interview them about what they're doing behind the scenes, because they're fucking with these people. I guarantee you.
That the TLC people, you mean?
The producers.
Yeah.
And I'm so interested.
If they're good, they are. Yeah,
they are. I see the hand. I see the hand of God in there many times. Poor Charlie with Andre and Elizabeth. They mainline alcohol into that guy and they go have at it.
That's an old school reality trick, though. Because I worked in post on these and I figured out because then we would actually see the raw footage, and they're like, oh yeah, they just these people arrived at the house and then there's just tons of booze.
Yeah. There was one ingredient, but there's also splitting. Like, hey Larissa, do you hear what Colt said about you? Yeah. And so here we go.
Now he had I remember from the previous season, I would describe it as a somewhat unhealthy relationship with mommy.
Oh yeah, that gets addressed a bit.
Okay.
A bit.
That was strange.
There's more. I promise you, there's more than that going on.
In the previous season, that was strange because he was like, because did you watch the previous season that he was on?
Here's my insanity. So I wanted to tell you how insane I've gotten.
Yeah.
So we not just watch the show, we watch the pillow talk after the show.
Jesus.
Again, I know it's bad. And then, by the way, my wife and I, and me and Brandon Schaub, in fact, have thought we're going to go do our own pillow talk show on 90 Day Fiancé.
Hilarious.
You got Brandon
Brandon Schaub, yeah.
You got a fighter into this bullshit, too.
Yeah.
He's as bad as I am. We're literally going to film a pillow talk with he and I just talking about episodes.
Just sitting on a bed together.
Yes. I'm gonna vomit from this. Forget your videos.
That's hilarious.
It is, and it's horrible.
Yeah.
So Brandon and I are figuring out when we can sit down and do all this. I've gotten so bad that we watch the pillow talk, and then I go and figure my favorite pillow talk characters and follow them back into their backstories from years ago.
Yeah. I mean,
dude,
you're really in.
Dude,
this is what struck me though about the previous season. So when he was like, all into Larissa, they're out, and she's like, I want to buy this couch, and he's like, well, we got to ask my mom. And she was like, what? Why can't you just buy it? And he goes, well, we share a bank account, so it's our money. She was like, and then I think as a viewer, I was like, that's fucking super weird.
Yeah, that's super weird. But I will tell you, she has a new boyfriend named Eric, and they have a couch incident.
Oh, really?
Oh, there's what Larissa looked like before all the plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. What do you think? She looks better now or before?
Well, there's more coming.
And she...
More procedures.
She really would... Like, this guy was not well, but she would really poke before, too. To fire him up.
To get... Yeah. Oh, no. I see what this is.
And then she had domestic calls.
Oh, yeah. She almost got deported.
Yeah.
And then she did it with this other guy. This next guy, same thing. Of course. Jesus. But now they had a couch episode too.
Yeah.
But she decided, you can buy me the couch or get me new tits.
Oh my God. Yeah. Now, do you think she has a personality disorder?
What do you think?
I think yes.
Yeah.
Which is it though?
What do you mean, which is it?
Like
if you're on a reality show, if you get cast on a reality show, there's a high probability. There's at least personality traits disorders, right?
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
That's how they cast them. They cast people. People don't like watching
stable,
people.
reasonable people.
That's not
I think
funny.
That's a good idea.
It's
and then they walk out.
It's not funny. Not interesting. But sick people acting sick. Well, now that's drama.
What's
that's what
going on
Shakespeare
with
wrote about. Think about that. Just all you got to know. Same thing with the girl that was scaring the hell out of Ash, whose eyes you didn't like because he had Graves' ophthalmopathy. The guy with the Graves' disease.
Yeah, fuck his eyes.
She and Larissa left 2 kids just at home. Just goodbye.
What?
Larissa has 2 kids in Brazil.
Oh, right. Just gone.
Whenever you see a woman do that, it's like, whoa. It's not a normal...
Where are your kids? They're home. Where? Oh, fucking 4,000 miles away.
Yeah.
Like,
they're fine. I talk to them once in a couple weeks.
That's really
Men
strange.
do that all the time, and that's not as abnormal. It's fucked up.
When a mother does it.
But when a mother does it, it says something.
Yeah, I even know, like, personally, someone whose mother left 3 young kids and married someone else and started a new life. And I was like, your mother did that?
Yeah.
It's really strange, right?
Yeah. You usually just think drugs. Usually it's drugs. But, but it's also can be other stuff. And, and I'm sure Larissa grew up in horror.
Yeah.
Horror.
Yeah, it shaped her.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's get off of that horrible subject, that heroin that you've gotten me addicted to. I love you for certain things. I hate you for this, man. Just that one question: do I think this guy's normal? You showed me Ash's eyes.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of an Ash, I almost blanked on it. I just remembered there was a Showtime show called Gigolos a few years ago that had real male escorts. One of like the like sage, like that, because all the male hoes had different personalities, like one was the aggressive, one was the actual country guy. This dude was like peace and love and Buddha and all this. He was arrested for murder, this guy. His name is Ash. He was arrested for murder for beating his girlfriend to death in Vegas. That dude right there on the and he was the one who was like I like to just like connect with someone on a spiritual level.
Yeah, this is why whenever anybody gets like that, be careful.
Click on that. Click on that link.
That's crazy.
Right there. Yeah. Why do you always do that, by the way?
Just that I could always go back to this tab if you want to go back to it.
I got you. Look at that.
Yeah, I was going to say meth. It's meth.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a meth face?
Yeah. That's a meth move to kill your girlfriend like that.
You know what he did?
Yeah.
He called the cops and he's like, she's unresponsive. And then... They got there and they're like, there's a lot of physical signs of trauma here.
Yeah. So that's also classic meth. So,
Really?
Yeah. So the meth addicts call the cops all the time.
That's right. You said they
Yeah.
go to police.
They go to the cops even for things that make no sense. Like,
Right.
I just murdered my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I want you to help me.
Help me
because
out.
in his mind, the devil had her or something, and I
Right.
need help.
And the cops will help resolve
The
this somehow.
cocaine addict is running the other way. Cocaine, If
Yeah.
you have any cocaine addicts nearby, they are.
I'm kind of a coke guy in that scenario, if you know what I mean.
I understand. You put the foil in the window and all that. So I understand you had some, as long as we're just chatting it up today, you had some advice for Nadav.
Okay, he's always, about his back. My back hurts, So I said, hey, I've been watching a bunch of chiropractic videos. There's a whole lane of cracking videos
Is it
on
because they're
YouTube.
satisfying?
It's very
yeah,
satisfying. And some of them really know how to draw up the anticipation of the crack. And, it's a whole thing, right?
It's
These
like
guys,
ASMR.
Yeah, there's all these people that do it. So anyways, I go, oh, let me help you out. Now, I'm not talking about the neck thing they do, but I was like, I can give you a back crack. Like, go, you center the spine, you kind of loosen up the tissue around it, and deep breath
push with your
in,
palms. Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
you
And
do
he's
that.
like, you'll paralyze me.
No, you will not. No, you will not. You'll be fine. You're a pussy, Nadav, but not that much.
What?
Yeah.
No, you're no. It's fine. That kind of crack.
Yeah,
that kind of
that's all.
And then
he's
move
like,
up the spine. Fine.
Do you understand? I'll be in a
No.
wheelchair.
I don't want you doing any of the major
Right,
twisting or anything.
right.
But yeah, no. No.
Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, so look, so when when I do have problems with my back, it's always in my tailbone, in my sacrum.
Yeah, sacrum.
Sacrum? Sacrum?
Sanka, isn't that a coffee brand?
Fresca? It's
Sacrum. The sacrum, yeah. And
Yeah.
you feel it in the sacrum, but it's probably L5S1. And he could push a little bit down there and see what
well,
he can get
no, because I've been adjusted by a chiropractor that I trust, and
Okay.
every time that he does it,
He says he doesn't trust you,
it
Tom. I
fixes
heard that
me
was an
right
attack.
up.
That was an attack.
He fixes you right up.
No, yeah, like I'm actually able to walk without limping after that. And I'm just and it's hard. I've been to chiropractors that have fucked me up even harder, and this guy doesn't do it. So I'm just nervous that you're going to fuck me up even harder.
I don't think
Tom.
you will. I really don't. I think you're fine. But so it's hard to get down in that area anyway, so he's not going to do much of anything down there, to be fair. And, there's other things you should be doing to, I'm sure they tell you, right?
No, yeah, sure. I got to strengthen my core, all that garbage.
There's some ways, strengthen your core.
Yeah.
And
Get some bulk in my
walking
diet.
is extremely beneficial for this. So just walk it off.
There you go.
All right.
See, that's
So we have a
doctorly
deal.
advice.
I don't know if we have a deal. I mean, it sounds like I need to do a lot more walking, which is fine. I'll do that.
Okay, but then I can crack your back.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, Dom. He's fine. Come on.
What?
It's a friendly gesture.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to help
It's
you
Tom.
out.
I wouldn't necessarily have Bert do it, but I'd let Tom do it. You know?
What's
See?
the difference? But they have the same
What's the
amount.
difference
They have the
between Tom
same
and Bert?
medical background. Zero.
One has judgment. Bert does. No, I mean Tom does.
Yeah, I'm not going to kill him.
No, Tom has judgment. He's not going to put his full weight into it. He doesn't have to do
No.
much at all. Just kind of
Yeah.
lean into it.
I've
a little
cracked backs before.
bit. I'm sure you have.
I'm trying to help him out. He's like, I don't want to die.
With that in mind, I want to see a ball sack tutorial. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
I need a little taste of that. A little. Do you know this one?
I do. Yeah.
Wanna
Yeah, so this
Give me a
video, I found out this video is actually a number of years old. And this kid put this out, and now I forget what he does. I think he's in a band.
the idea of an old school, cool guy video intrigues me already.
It's a cool kid.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
pretty young. But I was really impressed
We can
with
get
his,
into where are they now and try to track them down. And
He
stuff.
found this. He found us playing this.
Wow.
And
what's he doing now?
I think he plays drums in a band, but he's
So it
seemed like a happy. Actually, he seemed not like part of the cool guy club. It was more like this is just an interesting video. And I tried this, and I didn't find it as easy as he described it as.
All right, let's go.
Hello, I am Miles Pardo, and I'm going to teach you how to
Look at that. That's kind of like it's
slap
a
your
ball
balls
version
up
of
against
this.
your leg.
It's a ball version of the fart
It
into the
is,
arm.
but like, I mean, there's a couple.
Well, first of all, he's got to have hanging balls.
I mean, it's
Have to.
kind of you got,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, there's some people that really have a hang.
I think he probably has a little bit of a solid hang.
Yeah.
There's a certain threshold.
Which is, by the way, I offered you that weight to put on yours, and remember Susan shot it down.
I didn't go so far as to remembering it when she shot it down. I just put it out of my mind. But we could still revisit it on this afternoon. On Friday. Yeah.
If you want to wear them out of here by Friday, we have real serious hang.
Oh, it's only. It's interesting. It's a challenge.
When I show people this first, they think, "Oh, what are you doing? Cracking your hip? Are you cracking your knee or something?" And when I tell them what I'm actually doing, they go, "Ew!" Ah!
Well, don't tell women you're snapping your balls. First of
Right.
all, don't. What I mean, in what world is he?
I do think
animal
though,
is he?
But here's the thing: if there's a bunch of women and you're doing that, like without even telling them, the real hoes are going to figure it out, and that's pretty cool. Like,
so it's like a secret message.
oh, like if you're hanging out in the dorms and you're doing this, like those sluts can sniff it out.
This
They know
is what you call a
exactly
dog whistle.
Oh yes, yeah.
Dog
You're
whistle
gonna
for
have
the
them
hose.
knocking on the door and lapping it up later.
So what you'll want to do is after you're wearing comfortable clothing, so that your balls get some, moving space.
Clearly no underwear.
Yep.
Keep going.
If you notice, what I'm doing is I'm moving my leg a weird way. So
that's really some
to
pop.
do what I'm doing is you'll want to stand
would hurt,
straight,
too.
and what you do is you move. It's like you're stepping into it, but when you get halfway and your legs are parallel, you kind of swing out, kind of like this.
Lax hips. Gotta have lax hips.
Yeah.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
I love the fact.
Can you do this?
No, there's no way.
No.
I need to. Well, I'm thinking about wearing some weights, so I can't.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's what's necessary.
By the way, that'd be a killer video.
Me with weights on my nuts.
I'm seeing views.
At the very end of my career, we'll do something like that.
Do it Friday.
Which is essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
It's a lot easier
tune
to
in.
do.
You never know what'll happen. I mean, I am now under the persuasion, of the cult, and so
Yeah.
who knows what they can get me to do.
It's a lot easier to do, and you get a very good noise when it's humid and sticky outside. It's very difficult to do when it's cold outside, or
Miles got
right
all
after
that
you get out of
insight.
the pool, because your balls are kind of shriveled up.
remind
They
you- I
need
wanna
to,
remind
be dropped
everybody-
so they get a little bit of swinging room.
Thank you, Miles. This was before phones, probably, right? When he
This
did
is probably this is 9 years old.
So everyone didn't have a video in their hand.
That's
then.
true.
These guys had to set up a camera
Yeah.
and go,
This is
hey,
probably like locked off on a tripod or something.
yeah. And
yeah.
where did they put this? You know
That's
what I mean? There
true.
was no place to. There was no social media or anything. Where would they have
2011
sent it?
this would have been uploaded.
I guess you could have like a.
No, YouTube. I think YouTube started.
I was going to say there was
Yeah.
YouTube, so
Yeah.
they probably were early YouTube advocates of cool guy activities.
That's pretty much it. All you need to know about slapping.
I like the way he slaps everything. Hands,
Your balls.
fingers.
Yeah.
He's a slapper. Yeah, did it again with his hands. This is a kid that's explored every crease in the body that can slap. Mm-hmm. No penis slap though.
No,
That's
I mean,
another tell.
That right there really gets the hose line.
I was going to
coming
say
in.
that's a tell if you can't do that.
Your dick is slapping like that. If you're making popping noises with your dick, I mean, yeah, you got a future.
Well, speaking of that, Big Dick George. Hang on, I want to see Big Dick George.
Well, Big Dick George, yeah, this is pretty. I've this is this the kid that sings? Yeah, let's. It's just.
Uh-oh. He looks like a choir boy. He looks like
My
a.
name is George. I have a big dick. People think that I am sick and call me a prick, but they're just jealous of my dick. They're just jealous of my dick.
Can I tell you?
They're just jealous of my dick.
Thanks,
Leave
George.
that up right there. So I think this is my assessment. This is not just a funny song. I think he does have a big dick and emotional problems,
What?
and that
Emotional problems.
and things aren't going so well.
What?
Yeah.
Really? What leads you to say that? Well, he looks like, first of all, it's striking how he looks like he came out of Austria in 1932.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
just has that kind of quality about him.
All those eugenics kind of.
Yeah. This is where it goes,
Yeah.
everybody. This is
Big Dick George.
This is
Yeah.
where it ends up. Genetic admixture, mixing races is a healthier thing.
Yeah.
This is where eugenics go.
Uh-huh.
Big Dick George. You
Big
get a big
Dick
dick, but
Yeah, got some other problems.
you got some blue eyes and a big dick, but the
I mean, it looks like just like a mattress on the floor.
Well, I would also direct your attention. There's a cool guy threshold. I don't know if I've taught you about the cool guy threshold, which always involves the teeth.
yeah.
and his teeth are not doing so good. Like he's heading towards real cool guy teeth. If he doesn't
he's pretty
watch
young.
out. And he's young. That's what I'm saying. I see the beginnings of cool guy here.
Yeah.
So yeah, mattress on the floor. I love that 70s brown carpet behind him. And what is that box behind him? Think about
It's like
that.
a crate box. Yeah.
I mean, this is not.
I mean, he fucks. I'll tell you that. But I think he's not necessarily in committed, fulfilling relationships.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Well,
You know?
Big Dick George. Yeah. I
Yeah.
bet there's more of him out there.
I bet there is.
I bet there's a lot more to
Yeah.
be told.
And there's a lot of heartbroken and anally
I'll say
prolapsed
a lot
friends.
of heartbroken dudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Let's, it says, I didn't get to your plugs, by the way. What's coming up for you? Just while I'm thinking of it.
Yeah.
Your
Oh, well.
Mom's House Live.
Mom's House Live, which is tonight. We're keeping now the past episodes of our live shows on my website, tomsegura.com/rentals.
Ooh.
I got to tell you this too. This is not really a plug, but this is more like a personal thing. I got to do stand-up over the weekend.
I saw you tweeting about it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was so happy.
Yeah.
It's 6 months.
Yeah.
The longest I ever went without doing stand-up before then was 2.5 weeks.
See, my version of that is public speaking. I like doing public speaking, and I had a shit ton of it scheduled this summer and gone. And so I'm looking forward to getting back to it.
I was so nervous. I haven't been that nervous in 15 years to do like a 15-minute set.
Just because you were rusty, you're afraid you forget something?
Rusty,
or?
and I was like, I don't even know what to talk about, you know? And
Well, here's the really scary part is you're used to having everything on immediate recall and just sort of comes, and you don't know that you can rely on that if you haven't been doing it every couple of weeks. Yeah.
I listened to this. So I listened to the last set I did, March 11th or something, 3 times that day. And I ended up doing a good portion of that set and then like some like new stuff. But it was, I mean, like I stumbled and fucked things up, but also got like big laughs and
Good. New stuff with the new stuff?
yeah, but with all of it,
Yeah.
with all of it. But it was just, man, it really.
And you were out there with somebody too, right?
Well, we did this this show that was booked. It was socially distanced. Everyone had masks on.
Yeah.
Temperature taken when you walk in.
Yeah.
That whole thing. But yeah, no, it was a crazy lineup. I mean, it was myself and Erica Rose, Andrew Santino, Bill Burr. Matt
I saw
Ruff.
you and
Yeah.
Andrew. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
Bill Burr, right? And
Yep.
and where was this?
It was in like
Texas?
this. No, it was here. It was here.
What?
Yeah. It was like an artist
They
commune outside.
let you do it? Was it
mean-
outdoors?
Yes, outdoors.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Oh
And,
my God, that's awesome.
I really enjoyed it, and it like woke up that thing inside of me where I was like, oh yeah, this is what I almost had the thought. I was like, I would stop doing everything else to do this
Right.
all the time right now.
Right. I don't know why you wouldn't look at depraved videos all the time like you've been doing.
I mean, that's filling up the void.
I get it. It's not a good thing.
And let me tell you, there's some fucked up things that are going to happen to you
That
tonight.
void is deep.
Don't think
So I saw you with Andrew, and I thought, I want to do his pod again. I love Andrew.
he's fantastic.
I know. I really want to do his pod again. I did it about 9 months ago. or something.
As far as the comedians that can riff and improv
Yeah.
on the spot,
Yeah.
he's like at the top, man.
Yeah. That's why I like doing the pod with him. He's so responsive.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a voice message, shall we?
Hi, Mommy. Hi, Dr. Drew.
Hey, man.
My name's Andy, and my girlfriend and I have a question. So she listens to a lot of health podcasts, and she's been hearing a lot of talk about the gut microbiome lately.
Oy vey.
I'm not really sure how much you know about the topic, but it brought up an interesting question. So I spend a lot of time going down on her, and we were both wondering what kind of effect eating pussy could have on my gut microbiome.
Fascinating
Same
idea.
goes for eating scrum, but she
What's
won't let me
scrum?
do that unless you say it's okay. And we always follow proto. Would love to get your thoughts. Piss on me, beat me, and don't be stingy, Drew. Thanks, Gene. Bye.
Congratulations.
Don't be stingy, Drew.
Okay, I won't be. So interesting stuff. It's still something that's not that well understood, even though lots of ink is spilled on it. People really don't know what they're talking about, really. We know how to change the gut microbiome. We don't really
What does
know.
that mean for
It really means the mix and relative concentrations and the overall amount of bacteria in your colon, primarily they're talking about.
Okay.
It's because that's where you can kind of measure this stuff, but also the small bowel too to some extent. And there are things that change it, for sure. There are foods that change it. There are activities that change it. There are antibiotics that change it. And you can get into states where certain bacteria can overgrow and it's hard to get it back in balance. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. The question is, how much does it affect your immune system and your overall functioning thing? We have some ideas about it, but we don't really know. I don't think eating pussy has a significant effect on gut microbiome.
But he said he spends a lot of time down there.
He does, and good for him. I'd recommend it. Is it... I would imagine scrum would be more associated with changing your gut microbiome, but it's got to get from your mouth all the way to your colon, and that's a long journey of high acidity and amylase and all kinds of stuff.
Two things I got to ask you about
the bacteria don't like.
One guy I know who said he got I don't know if it's an STD or a type of sickness from eating a girl's ass.
Oh, you can. Worldwide, that would be a major means of the stool is a major means of disease transmission.
Yeah, he got really like some type of infection from it.
Yeah, you can get bacterial infection. You get Shigella, you get Salmonella.
Something like that,
You get viruses, you get norovirus.
'Cause she had a dirty asshole.
She had a infected asshole. It's a little different. Because all assholes are dirty, right?
Right.
I mean, you can clean them up only so much.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so that was kind of neat. And then
well, that's when people ask about eating ass. That's what I always say. Oral fecal contamination with pathogens is the leading means of transmission of disease in the world.
So what do you do?
You make sure you're in a country that doesn't have a lot of that.
Okay.
The way we're conducting this country, however, though, we don't seem to be interested in civilization, how it works.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like we're going to let the rats overgrow. We're going to whatever. It's just like whatever. So I'm starting to worry about this country. Just look at the streets of Los Angeles.
Streets of Los Angeles are wild.
Yeah, and that's oral fecal. They just had in Oregon, I think, in Portland, in one of those encampments, they had a Shigella outbreak, which is one of these bacterial things that get
from
around.
Ass eating.
Just from eating contaminated water, essentially, was mostly, or just being around it, not being cleanly, and the stool gets into everything, and here we go, good times. And of course, if you ass eat, the Shigella's right there, so good times.
And what about the time? I've heard multiple times, and I know somebody who had throat cancer.
That's HPV. That's like Michael Douglas goes around talking about this.
So,
and if you are sexually active and not monogamous, go get the HPV vaccine. I don't care how old you are.
Really?
Now it's approved up to age, I think maybe up to 40 now or something. But the only reason they have these approval windows is because that's what the drug companies invested money getting the FDA approval for.
Okay.
An enlightened physician will give you the vaccine well beyond that. HPV causes cervical cancer, head and neck cancer, anal cancer, penile cancer, and there's no reason for anybody to have that. So the vaccine prevents it.
Do you have it?
So, Tom, if you're cheating, you got to go get the HPV vaccine.
Can you just bring me one next time?
HPV vaccine? It's a three-parter, I think. Yeah, it's a three-parter.
Okay,
just in case.
Cut this out of the pot.
Okay. Okay, I'm just saying. Your wife has you tagged like a caribou.
Oh, yeah. I was just joking.
Let's take a little break so I can tell you about our friends at Bespoke Post as we all settle into this new normal, this new version of normal, at least this summer. Bespoke Post is here with customized box of awesome collections for guys, guaranteed to upgrade your life. I love the travel box and the barbecue box. Check those out. You will dig them. Bespoke Post only sends guys the best stuff every month. No matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered from style and grooming goods to barware, cooking tools, as I said, and outdoor gear. Box of Awesome has carefully built collections for every part of your life. To get started, you take a quiz at boxofawesome.com. Your answers then help them pick the right box, what's in the box for you, the right box of awesome. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It's free to sign up. You can skip a month or cancel anytime. Each box is only $45 but has over $70 worth of gear inside. And to get 20% off your first monthly box, you can sign up at boxofawesome.com. Enter the code Dr. Drew at checkout. That is boxofawesome.com, code DRDREW for 20% off your first box. Next up, our friends at Theragun. Of course, the stress of daily life is weighing on us these days. We all feel the stress. And maybe you're an athlete or just a regular person trying to get through the day. Muscle pain, muscle tension, anxiety. This is something people are talking about all the time. I use Theragun. It's the handheld percussive device. It releases deep muscle tension. It's scientifically calibrated, both the combination of depth, speed, and power, and it's quiet as an electric toothbrush. I literally travel. They have two versions, a big one and a little one you can travel with. I literally take it with me wherever I go. My wife loves massages. No more. Not when I've got the Theragun. I use it. It's a handheld percussive device that releases deep muscle tension, as I said. And because the all-new Gen 4 Theragun has proprietary brushless motor, it's so quiet you're going to wonder if it's on. I used to have an old kind of a gun that made a lot of noise. It would freak my dogs out. Try Theragun risk-free for 30 days. There is no substitute for Theragun Gen 4 with an OLED screen, personalized Theragun app, quiet, and the power you need. I'm telling you, you won't ever need a massage again. This is something that I swear by, both the Generation 4 and the little traveling kit. It starts at only $199. Go to Theragun.com/Dr. Drew right now. Get your Gen 4 Theragun today. That is Theragun.com/Dr. Drew. Theragun.com/Dr. Drew. Another voice message.
Hey, mommies. My name is Paul. I love you guys. I have a issue, quick one. Last weekend, me and my partner practiced some prostate stimulation, and I didn't really go with it. It only was like for a minute or two. And then the next day or the day after that on Monday, I tried to masturbate, and all of a sudden, as soon as I'm about to climax, I get cold chills, I start profusely sweating, I had pain in my groin area, and I'm extremely scared of what it could be. Maybe an irritated prostate, maybe I was looking up all kinds of prostasis. Please, Dr. Drew, help me. Thank you so much.
All right, Paul.
I want to keep them high and tight.
High and tight, Paul. The high and tight's not going to help you right now. In fact, keep them low and loose like Miles. Keep them low and loose when you have symptoms like that. Not high and tight. High and tight is not good for prostatitis. This may be a prostatitis. You could have a prostatic stone. You could have a prostate abscess that you drummed up there.
He sounded really worried.
I understand. It's not because it's so. Whenever a man's climax is affected, suddenly it's like they notice. So anyway, you got to see a urologist. It's probably not going to be a big deal. It's probably going to be an antibiotic and an anti-inflammatory, and that's about it. There can be other things too. Again, the fact that you had chills and all kind of sounds like bacterial stuff. It may or may not have something to do with the prostate stimulation you were doing. But go get it checked out. That's all. Very simple.
By the way, are you supposed to? I got my prostate checked during my physical. Yeah. So aggressive.
Yeah, if the ones that really do a good job, it feels like they're hitting your throat.
Yeah. So that is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. You got to get around the prostate.
And he was like, oh, and I was like, hey, man.
Yeah, you got to get around the prostate. It's hard. And the digital exam has been sort of, it's out of favor right now.
Really?
Yeah, I was talking to a urologist the other day, and he's like, I don't know. The PSA tells us what we need to know. We're going to have other genetic markers. I'm not sure So I just make sure I get mine at my colonoscopy.
Okay.
When I'm asleep. So
I'm going to get a colonoscopy.
When?
I need to do it.
Let's go together.
Really?
Yeah. Really?
Okay.
We should make a whole thing out of it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah. All right. Then I'll set that up. I know exactly. If you don't mind going to Pasadena, that's where all my connections are. I have to go every year.
I'll go.
Yeah.
You'll set it up, or you'll tell
you might have to have a meeting with one of these doctors, but I can set it all up. Yeah.
And then they fuck you and everything comes out of you. Is that what I heard?
They fuck you, but not everything doesn't come out. Everything comes out before.
Okay.
You're asleep.
It's my first time. I don't know.
You're asleep.
Just asking. Yeah, I don't care what you do to me when I'm asleep. Thanks.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do you care?
That's true.
You won't know.
Bring everybody in. It's fine.
Yeah, unless they film it. Which,
Oh, this is a guy. Is it time to show you? Want to
Sure.
do this? I'm really excited to show you this.
Okay.
Because this, I want to do.
Oh, and by the way, before you do though,
yeah.
Speaking of
anal,
yes, merchmethod.com/Tom Segura. Anal starts at 50 shirts. You guys are not supporting them. You need to support that.
Yeah, you need to.
That's a good shirt,
and it's a good gift for. By the way, parents, uncles, aunts, grandparents, anybody who's been waiting to get into it.
This is the shirt. All right, so here we go. What are you going to show me?
Oh, there's these next two are my... Okay, so I think the Gmail cool guy first, because I know you're going to react to this.
Oh.
And then the next guy. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
His teeth look good. What the hell?
Well, let it ride for a second.
Maybe they're all dentures.
Hi there. Yes, it's me again. Speedy Gonzalez. I'm the fastest mouse in Mexico. You really think you're gonna fucking hack a fucking elder motherfucking net god and get away with it? Not when I've got the fucking metadata to prove that you fucking hacked my fucking Gmail account to remove the fucking emails in question.
Aha, there it is. The stare. Right? What have you learned about stare?
It's healthy and it's good.
Yeah, and it's cool.
Very cool.
And it means? Remember when you asked me about ash, I told you here are the things it means.
Yeah, it could be what's it called? The glandular thing, right?
Could be thyroid.
Could be thyroid. Could be psychosis, mania.
Could be mania.
Could be just really well, like kind of put together.
Yeah, super cool. Super cool.
Drugs.
Meth.
Could be meth.
And terror. Terror does it too.
Yeah.
But
he keeps going just for like a beat here.
Fuck around, rock around, run around, fucking sue around. Someone's been a very fucking naughty fucking girl who needs a fucking spanking. Oh, Molly Wobbles, I fucking love you.
Oh
I
boy.
adore you and I cherish the fucking ground you fucking float across. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. God, I love you.
Whoever she is. Whoever she is.
Burped at the end.
Whoever she is has got to feel really good right now.
Safe. Feel good.
Yeah, safe.
Loved.
Cared for.
My guess, by the way, of what you mentioned is mania. I don't know if I'm.
Yeah, I was looking at his pupils to see if I could see them blown. They did not seem particularly blown. So see, look how small they are. Mm-hmm. And so that you're right. I think you're right. I think this is mania. I think that's correct. And
he's got some cool teeth.
He's got cool teeth, and they look like real teeth. They don't look like dentures. And you'll notice the blue bandage around the arm, everybody. Let's take a good look at that if you can move forward to the bandage.
Oh, yeah. Let's see that bandage again.
Yeah, that is not a bandage you get at the doctor's office. That's a bandage you get at the hospital.
Uh-huh.
So he's been in the hospital recently. And I'm just trying to figure out what that might have been.
I mean, right there is a profile pic. I like it. That's a cool.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You've got to put that on your profile pic.
Why don't you screen grab that and send it to me? Yeah, he's.
Oh my God, what a cool dude.
He's.
But I'm thinking, so he's not. And by the way, that doesn't have the telltale signs of like a U.S. bandage either. Like he's in another country.
He did do that accent well.
The accent kind of suggests that too. And either he like put his hand through a window or something, you know, because he's so manic. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with that.
I bet you though his story, his version of events doesn't line up with what happened. If I were to guess, like when they go, "How'd you get this?" It's not what really happened.
Oh my God, he's gonna have some. You know, who knows what he'll say? I'm not creative enough to come up with the story.
And you actually were the first to make me think like how that lady must feel watching the video that he's talking about. Because he starts off, "You're fucking bad." He's like, "I love you so much. I worship the ground you walk on."
What was her name? I didn't catch the name.
I didn't catch it either. I don't even know if he said it. He was just like, "You hacked my fucking metadata."
I think it was Molly.
Poor Molly. Oh my God.
Very,
He is a Gmail cool guy, though. I gotta say.
Yep. Yeah.
Is this the kind of stuff I'm going to see tonight, or is this? Oh no. No. Oh, I wish. Right. Yeah. So
I mean, we might have a couple in there to mislead you.
Right, misdirection. Yeah. It's like a slider, and then boom, like, fastball right down the middle.
That's it. That's all we got. And you'll be like, "Oh, that was nothing." And they'll be like, "Oh, wait, I found this." Yeah.
Here comes the fastball.
Yeah.
Let me get a couple emails out here. Okay. Oh, my husband and I are watching a Netflix series called Unwell. There's a breastfeeding episode. They have a question. If a lactating woman is in a survival situation, say stranded on a desert island, could she sustain herself on her breast milk alone? Your people think about important things.
That is important.
If not, is it because it's become toxic? No. She could maintain her body fluid, and she won't lose the nutrients that she would have lost if she were breastfeeding. But what will happen in a situation like that, she'll stop producing milk. Because the body will go into survival mode, and they stop doing that.
Wow.
But yes,
they didn't bring up the most important point is that can she suck on her own tits? Does she have big enough tits to do that?
Oh,
right?
Let's see if it's in here.
Because what if she's got little hungry tits? Then you can't.
Yeah.
You got to be able to pull them up, suck them like that, right?
You need to make some videos with you going.
Yeah.
That'd be awful.
Yeah. Sucking on those titties.
It would be so terrible. But yeah, just like drinking your own urine, you can sustain some fluid for a while.
Yeah.
Right. If a couple days worth of drinking your own urine, if you're out at sea, but eventually you'll get uremic. You'll start accumulating the uremia. Breast milk, not so much. That'll keep your protein back in your body to the extent that you can digest it. And you'll just stop producing. Mouth-watering browns. I must confess I have the same experience. Personally, the salivating comes from a quasi-nausea or disgust because I feel nauseous, disgusted. The thought of swallowing something is repulsive. Also, my body's in expulsion mode. People have the strangest relationship with their bodies.
Yeah.
I think it contributes to this. Hope this helps understand the condition. So this...
Wait, what is this in reference to, though?
This we were talking about someone who had mouth would start watering every time they took a brown.
Okay.
And this person is saying it's because they get nauseated. Nausea will produce a lot of fluid, a lot of...
Yeah.
And some people, I don't know. Will boners relieve hemorrhoid pain? Hemorrhoid. I read that the entire issue is a blood clot in your butthole veins. That is correct. So, oh Jesus, oh my God, these people are. This is the Wright brothers. These people are creative. Ready?
Yeah.
So I thought since my penis is down there and fills with blood, it would provide relief. Study your anatomy, everybody. Just because they're in proximity doesn't mean they share a common venous source. I can't tell if it actually works or if jerking off is just distracting me from the pain. Is there actually medical science behind this, or am I jerking off for jerking off's sake? Keep my high and tight, blah, blah, blah. Well, interestingly, jerking off will relieve prostate congestion. And prostate congestion, lymphatic congestion, and swelling of the prostate and the seminal vesicles. Show me a prostate and seminal vesicles filled with fluid can add to the pressure on the hemorrhoids, and that might be what's being relieved. Because the hemorrhoids are really just an issue. It's just a pressure, phenomenon.
Sure.
There we go. On the left, the farthest. There we go. So see that, Tom? People think that, I even heard Joe Rogan making this mistake, that testes have something to do with what comes out of your penis during ejaculation.
Yeah.
They do not.
Right.
The prostate creates the fluid, and they get stored in those pink things. And those things, see those vas deferens, see that tube? That's just dripping sperm into the tube there, and putting the things together with the semen.
Mixing it all up. The delicious cocktail that we make.
Of white. That is the white cocktail.
Yeah.
I'd like to see another video, please.
Oh, yes. This one.
When you stop.
This one I'll just let it play.
Okay.
You're going to like it. And go, just.
Oh, it looks so benign for a starting place. It looks like a
CVS.
Or no, it looks like a Staples or something. Okay.
Phone on, you can do a curbside pickup, but it has to go through the app.
Are you fucking retarded?
No, I'm not. I'm actually there.
Let me talk to this. Bring this gentleman out here.
He doesn't need to be over here.
So what's he arguing about?
So they're like, you need to wear a mask. And so they're in the store, and he's like, bring this gentleman. But like, this guy really asserts himself in a way that's quite compelling.
You're telling me I can't buy that for what reason now?
Because I'm not doing a cash transaction. I'm not taking cash out.
Curbside service like everyone else is doing.
You have to go through the phone. Online order.
I don't do the app. I pay cash money. But we're not. Do you understand that, little girl?
Little girl. Oh my God. So already he's cool.
Yeah.
You have to be wearing a mask.
Are you guys on drugs? Am I missing something? No, I'm not.
Okay,
and watch your mouth, dude.
What did she say?
So he said, are you guys on drugs?
Yeah.
Somebody said, are you? And he goes, no, I'm not. And watch your mouth. So like he can ask, but you can't ask back.
Watch your mouth. Where is this, do you think?
I don't know. I mean,
It's
got beach vibes when you see him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Other cops, if you do not exit my store, you keep using vulgar language, there is a child right there.
What vulgar language?
I'm not repeating it.
Keeps going.
Policy. Also, corporate requires everybody.
And I'm telling you, I cannot wear the mask. I'm medically exempt. Do you understand that? There's no medical exemption.
I can go get a
Yes, there is. Mr. Smarty Pants, you don't know what you're talking about.
I believe he has dentures. I believe those are dentures.
What?
He's cool.
Oh,
he's a cool guy.
Wait till this.
I think this may be Venice. This seems like a Venice thing.
Wait till there's one thing he says that really stands out to me.
What did you say? Your husband? Let me have a good look at you.
Oh my God.
Right here. Watch.
Oh, I'm gonna have some fun with this one.
Oh. Like he's talking to somebody.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have some fun with this.
What's he pulling out of this? I would have dove if he started reaching in his bag right then.
Are you filming?
I absolutely am.
Oh boy.
And it stops.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Run, baby.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it. That's where it ends.
I want to see the rest.
Oh, they all are dead. And he killed everybody. Now, I think the most menacing thing in telling it is, like, first of all, that's the image, right?
Yes.
That's total beach vibes. I mean,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Towel,
Yeah.
that hair.
Well, the hat is actually sort of salt soaked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's beach. Okay, yeah. for
The
sure.
thing is, I don't know if it's South Carolina beach, Florida beach, California beach, but this dude lives
The
on
fanny
the beach.
pack says California to me, strangely enough. I
Yeah,
don't know why,
yep.
but yeah.
He's not fucking around. But I'm gonna have some fun with this one. When he says that,
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, who's he talking to?
yeah, and he clearly, I think it's kind of like traditional, just psychopathic behavior, you know, like win at all costs. And,
straight up sociopath, psychopath. Which, by the way, the streets are filled with that right now.
Yeah,
we got a lot of cool guys out there. So maybe the staff ought to just go out with some cameras and start collecting stuff.
Man,
there's a lot of material. I mean, the
Floating
next
around.
Your Mom's House Live,
just downtown, just on the streets.
Tom.
I mean, I'm gonna have to spend a lot of budget on security. I feel like
I will go with you. We go with my friend Dion, who's a cop down there. He knows everybody. And,
really?
Yeah. And see, it's not fair to go just downtown though, because that's where the most racist policies are played out.
Mm-hmm.
California is a racist state. If you want to know why, go look at downtown Los Angeles. If you don't conclude there's something racist going on, just
why?
There's something about the laws that they're putting in place that dramatically adversely affect African American men downtown. And so they should look at those laws and maybe adjust them for their racist intent, because clearly the outcome is racist. But in Hollywood, it goes a little different. So we have to have different locations. So
It's craziest thing I saw in the I mean, it's not the craziest, but obviously it's been like a really chill year. But one of the things that
2020 just generally chill.
2020 has just been like fun. But it is wild, and I think nobody, if you live outside of the city, you can't really process this as well. But if you live in Los Angeles or have been here a while, the reality that there is a homeless camp, and not like 4 or 5 tents.
It's a canyon. It's like a canyon of camp.
But 100 plus in Brentwood, on San Vicente, is wild.
Mm-hmm.
It really speaks to like the homeless epidemic and how
the incapable city.
Every time I see it, like when I drive by there, I just go, "This is nuts." I never would have.
And they're
imagined
dying
this.
at 4 a day. 4 a day are dying. This is incompetence and horrible laws. I assure you. That's what I was going around speaking about before my life was taken away from me. The history of how we got here. There's a whole history to it. A lot of super bad cool guy choices. This is the results of the last time we let ideology drive us, as opposed to what's good for people.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's my public service announcement for the day. I'm starting to get back out and talking about this because it just we last year were at 3 a day. Now we're at 4 a day dying, and it's all drugs and alcohol. All the deaths, of course. Drug addiction is not a static disease, everybody. It's a progressive disease that ends in demise. That's it. That's how it works. How am I going to cleanse my palate? Come on.
Yeah.
Give me something good. Is there something worth watching there?
Yeah, I mean, kickboxing will make you fun.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
It's fun.
All right.
It'll make you feel good.
All right. I saw that coming. He had the thing down too low.
Yeah, he got knocked
Looked, it
out.
sounded like it broke his jaw.
He's knocked out.
Knocked out, but you heard the snap? That was like bone breaking.
Yeah, but see, that feels good. Yeah.
Give me a voice message. Oh my God.
Hey, Dr. Drew, it's Justin. Lately, I've noticed all this Rona stuff going on that I'm kind of slowly turning into Bert with how much I'm drinking at night.
A lot of people
drinking
are.
about 6 drinks a night or so to relax, and it's been every night for about a month now.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if this is more of a phase because of the stress, or if this is kind of a bad thing I need to watch out
That's a
for,
great
and
question.
how bad it might be for my health.
Yeah.
Just want to know how much longer it's going to be before I start showering in pools and fucking dogs. Thanks,
Right.
Dr. Drew.
Right. Me like Bert. Yeah. So here's the deal. It's not good for you, obviously. You know that. And the question is, are you going to lose control or not? So look at your family history. If you have a first-degree relative with alcoholism or addiction, that puts you at a higher risk for these things. And you got to get it under control before you lose control. So you're going to have to really stop. You're going to have to stop for a while. Now, this is what's happening to a lot of people right now because of the lockdown. Find ways. I've been so depressed in this lockdown, I can't even tell you.
It has affected me much more than here's the thing. I never would have thought, I would have thought that I would be somebody spared from those feelings. Just like from my own makeup, I've been like, I don't think it will affect me in that way. It definitely has.
It is. And just look at my viewership of 90 Day Fiancé. And I tell you how bad things have gotten for me.
Yes. Now, I imagine this guy, by the way, if I'm this guy and I'm listening to you right now, I think if I'm him, I might be going, okay, he said get under control, maybe 3 drinks a day.
If he can get it down to 2, he's probably okay, but he's generally in harm's way, right? It's not good for him. The best way is to cut it out completely. You're starting to pick up momentum with it, and it's obviously, generally speaking, when you have momentum with a substance, cold turkey is the best way to go, just generally speaking.
Really?
You could, if you're not having any withdrawal in the morning, you're probably not going to experience any significant withdrawal from that. But if you need to go to meetings, get on some Zoom meetings and do it. Get some help with that.
Let me ask you, because I'm curious about the help. Like, it has been tough to manage the depression of it.
Yes.
Anxiety.
Yes.
For me, anxiety has been a thing, right?
Yes.
And I've tried to do a lot of healthy outlets. I mean, I'm back to exercising a lot more. So I play tennis 3 times a week. I've been boxing twice a week. Today I get to start weightlifting again. I wasn't allowed to because of the hernia. So I had a hernia operation.
Right.
6 weeks ago. So I'm allowed to go back to that. And I do find that all that helps. It's not enough though.
It is not enough. That's exactly what I was going to say. For a while there, running was helping me and things. And there's a phenomenon that I'm hearing my peers talk about that resonates true to me called crisis fatigue. We're just burned out.
Yeah.
We're just, we're depleted.
It's crazy that the stats don't. You're like, yeah, I see the stats, fucking 180, whatever.
Right. It doesn't bother you and whatever. And
because of. I mean, I don't mean it doesn't bother. It bothers me that those people have died.
Of course, but you don't react the way you did at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this morning. To some extent, it's a healthier relationship with it. It's a virus that is just going to do its thing, and we got to learn to live with it. And the whole goal was to flatten the curve, everybody, not eliminate the virus. We never had any chance of eliminating the virus. And so we have flattened the curve. We made it through. We're learning to live with it. We've had a surge. We learned to live with that. And so living with the virus and behaving accordingly, wear masks, not like the cool guy, wear your mask, keep your distance, all that stuff. But even in the face of learning to live with this, the fact that we have no normalcy, and then we have all kinds of social unrest and an election, all that stuff, it's just fatiguing.
It is. I mean, here's the thing. I'm lifelong, since I was a kid, a massive news consumer.
Oh boy.
In the last 8 to 12 weeks, I literally have weaned myself down to a few moments.
Good.
I don't consume the news that much anymore
because it's not even news. It's not even news anymore.
No,
it's just
not.
It's hysteria. It's siloed information that doesn't even give you the facts. You have to go look for it to find out what really happened. It's really incredible.
I am endlessly curious about the promise and how quickly we'll be getting a vaccine, because there's been a lot of talk of that lately.
Yes.
And you also have to watch your source. There's the administration talking about it. Then there's companies talking about it now. Then there's World Health Organization and National.
I will say the
Fauci
same thing. Right. I will say that. I will tell you the same thing I've said since the very beginning of Wuhan is just listen to Anthony Fauci. I don't care what your feelings are about him. I've known the guy for 35 years. He's very conservative. You may not like that, but he is not wrong. Right. And if he's wrong, he'll quickly adjust course and he'll tell you why.
Yeah.
And he is really sort of the best judgment, which is what you want from your leaders, best source for ongoing information. So just kind of listen to him.
He says we're on our way.
We're on our way. He says November's probably unrealistic. But he says probably. That doesn't mean he's wrong if we get it before November. And he's saying, that certainly by the end of spring, most of us will be vaccinated. So I
can't fucking wait, dude.
I can't either.
Inject it into my fucking asshole.
No.
I cannot wait.
I beg your pardon? You want me to do what?
I just want you to shove it in me.
So I signed up for 4 different phase 3 clinical trials for vaccines.
Fuck, really?
Yeah, just to try to get it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And they keep rejecting me. It's funny, the last group sent me a email saying, make a video about why you want to be a phase 3.
Send a shirtless pic. What are you doing?
Oh,
just show you in like a Speedo.
oh, fuck, shirtless. Anal begins at 50 shirt.
Do that, man.
I want that shirt.
Do
on.
that. Wear a shirt, but nothing else. Donald Duck style, you know? And then just be like, can I get it?
Yeah.
See what they say.
No, they want you to promote why you're enthusiastic about being in a trial. I mean, 2 reasons, everybody. Let me do my video right here, right now. Try it out.
Mm-hmm.
Is A, I want to push. I've read the science. It looks astounding, and I have no anxiety about proceeding. I want to push clinical science forward. So I want to be part of moving this forward. So I offer myself as part of science, and I want the damn vaccine as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So all 3 things are motivating me to do it. Is there any more we need to look at, you and I? I want to save that for a later time. Tonight, are you going to give me any septic tank video? Remember that guy Browning swimming? That was the video that had the most impact on my show, I would say.
Yeah, there's one. Yeah, there's
stuff like that. I mean, even the poutine didn't quite have the same impact as the.
Really?
It did on me. The poutine made me want to throw up.
I mean, I think that this video is not that, right? Is it the one that dunks at us?
Right.
I'm going to save it.
You want to save it?
Yeah, I'm going to save it.
Okay.
I'm going to save it. Tune in next time for that one.
Okay.
But I'm wondering if there's anything like that coming on Your Mom's House Live.
The well is so deep.
Okay.
For what we have.
Am I going to be I'm going to be traumatized, right?
I think there's things that you'll never be able to know. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And when you see those things, how do you feel?
It depends. There's one, like when I saw this dude's head get blown off, I was like, what the fuck? And I've not been able to shake it from my memory. Some of the stuff, limbs being torn off, it sticks with you. Some of the sexual things, yeah, I mean, I vomit, but then I get over it.
Any visits from, what's Mr. Piggy, the poutine guy? Norman?
No, because that
he's flipped.
But it is part of his cycle. We've learned.
I've heard.
So I want to know where he's at now in the cycle, and maybe he's back. Do you know anything? Have you have any update on that, on Norm?
I don't have an update, but I'll reach out to his buddy to see where he's at.
Yeah. Let's find out.
Might he drop in? I mean, RPC's coming.
Yeah.
If Norm would drop, my day would be complete.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I'll recover from.
Just find out if you could. Reach out to him, okay?
Sure.
Why are we watching heads being blown off?
Oh, we're not. It's just like when you filter through some of these videos, you're like, oh, I don't want that. You know?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, this guy ate a grenade. I mean, it was just.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I know. And then I was like, pass. And then they were just like, oh, how about this?
Who's they?
The guys, they'll send me these links.
These guys?
Yeah. And they're like, is this a good one? And then it's like, this person put, I think 4 dicks at once in their ass. And
you're like, yes, that's true.
Yeah, things like that. But
this person did that?
Yeah, I think you'll see some things that'll really, kind of disrupt your belief in humanity.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Challenge it.
Challenge it. And yeah, I think there'll be some trauma, some scars.
Well, it's good to see you, and I'm glad we had this little warm-up.
Yeah.
And like I said, I won't be sleeping, but we'll see you all at Your Mom's House tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific time.
Correct.
Go to Your Mom's House virtual.
Long show. It'll be a long show. It'll be fun.
You can stay with us for a while. We're going to spend some time.
And if you don't watch it live, you can you get a ticket. You can still watch it for an entire week.
So the whole week that this pod is up, you can still go watch our show.
Exactly.
And see me
just
destroyed.
Yeah. Tickets at ymhvirtual.com, and the anal starts at 50 shirt is merchmethod.com/Tom Segura.
What else come up for you? Anything else?
I'm excited. I am going to do a couple shows coming up. Traveling to go.
Can you announce them?
I don't think I can yet, but there's a couple cities that they're doing shows. So I'm going to approved cities. And,
Great.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being a part of it, and we'll see you next time.
All conversations and information exchanged during participation in the Dr. Drew After Dark podcast or interaction on the drdrew.com website is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not confuse this with treatment or physician medical advice or direction per se. You must always follow your medical professional's advice and direction. Nothing on these podcasts or posted on this site supplements or supersedes the relationship and direction of your medical caretakers. Please understand, I am not playing the role of physician in this environment per se. I'm educating. I am a licensed physician with specialty boards in American Board of Internal Medicine and American Board of Addiction Medicine.